Well, hey there again everybody, and welcome back to another tutorial. In this one I'll be showing you how to make the game build for you, like this road for example. Landscapes. Huge patches of trees to make a forest. Crops and fields. Bodies of water, and much more. All of this is possible with my invention here. Please stay tuned. Alright, now at first here I'll be showing you a very small example, just so that you guys can get a better idea of what's going on. You guys can use a bigger section of trees, big sections of water, landscape, whatever that you need to do. But like I said, I'm going to be showing you this very small section of trees just for an example, just to start off with, so you guys can understand it a little bit faster. Alright, so you see this, I have 4 trees right here. And we're going to be using the structure block for this method. Now, if you don't know what the structure block is, that's okay. I have a tutorial already on the structure block, and I'll go ahead and link it down below in this video. So go ahead and check the description of this video, and you'll see a full tutorial on how to get the structure block and how to use it. Alright, so I'm going to put the structure block right here. Okay. Now, in this video, I'm not going to be showing you how to use the structure block, okay, in depth. But what I'll be showing you is, when you get your small section or big section or whatever that you're trying to load up or save in your structure block, what you're going to have to do is place it down and figure out your boundary lines. So you see this line right here, this line going across. It's on the edge of this tree here, and this line here is on the edge of that tree. So it's at the very corner of that. Alright? So make sure that you guys have your structure block positioned at the corner like mine is right here. Because your machine is going to either go along this way on this edge, or it's going to go along this way on this edge. So that's very important. And keep that in mind for later on. Alright, so I already know the numbers for this. So on the X, the red line, I'm going to put 25. That red line is going to go along right here, which is going to go on the edge of here. Okay? And then this line, which is going to be the blue line, I'm going to put 17. So that line is going to come on across. And yes, it overlaps it right here. Now that's very important. You don't want this line right up against it. Okay? You want to have about 4 to 5 blocks space. And I'll show you why in just a second. Okay? Now we need to have the height of it here, so I'm going to put 20. Okay, so you see now we have this in the boundary section here. Okay, now remember I told you this line needs to be overlapped about 4 to 5 blocks this way. That's if you're going to be going in this direction like this. If you have the machine going like this, then you need to have this one overlapped, okay, if it's going to go that direction. Now if you're going to be having the machine go this direction that way, then this line needs to be past it 4 to 5 blocks the same way. It depends. The reason for that is because if you see right here, this block, that is where we're going to place a second structure block at. Okay? Now that's very important that you have that overlap with that second structure block saved in there. Now anything that we have in this boundary and you go to save this, it will save it, even structure blocks. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside of here And you guys name it anything that you want. It does not matter. I'm just going to type in trees, as you see there. Okay? Now, very top left, make sure that you have it on save. And then down here at the bottom, make sure you hit save on that. Okay? So now that is saved. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to go over here and make sure you do all of this in the same order. So you save that. So now you're going to come over here. And I have this here positioned for there. And you see it's inside of the, right here, it's in line, perfectly in line. Make sure that's very important too. And it's inside the box. Okay? So this one here, you're going to go on the structure name. And you're going to type in the same exact name that you just typed in. And then on the top left, you're going to hit load. Okay? Now back out of that. Now if you see that second structure block there, it just has this second border line. That shows you that's how big it's going to be. Now this is important. When you go inside of here, do not go at the bottom and hit load. If you hit load here at the bottom, it will load up what you have here, right here. Do not load that up at the bottom. Leave it just like this, okay? Back out of that. Okay, then you're going to go to this first structure block. Click into it. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to simply go down here at the bottom where it's got save. And you're going to hit save again. And what that's going to do is going to overwrite that previous save. Now, once you save that, now what it's done is anything that you change inside of here, it'll save in here if you hit save. Okay? So anything that you change or put in here, you hit save, now it's saved in there. So now this second structure block is now saved in this first structure block. Okay? Now remember, this second structure block is in the load position. Okay? This one is now saved, this one in that load position. Alright, now you see this patch of road right here? We'll be doing the same thing for it, and I'll be showing you another example using that same method. Alright, now you see this right here? This is the patch of trees with the machine at the bottom. What it's doing, it's running left to right, and it's loading in the save that you have in that structure block. It's really that simple. So those patch of trees that I just showed you, that's the patch of trees. And in each structure block has that previous save of that second structure block, okay? Like this one right here. You see this? I know it might be a little hard to see all these lines, but this structure block is the first structure block, and then this one is the second that's saved in that first structure block. So as this machine is going to go this direction, this redstone block is going to activate this, which is in load position, and when that redstone block hits that, it will load up. And when that loads up, then it will load up the second structure block later on. And then as it goes along, it'll just keep on doing that in a chain reaction. Okay, so let me show you this real fast, and then I'll show you how to build this machine. Now, very important, when you build this machine, you need to pay attention, okay, because there's some important things in this. Okay, so I'm using the obsidian block here because the obsidian block is going to stop the machine, okay? So as you see, I have a obsidian block way out here positioned, and it's in line. It's lined straight up to where it needs to stop at, which is right here. Now when I delete this, watch what happens. And then I do this. Now this here will activate that one. Boom, you see? and it loaded up the second structure block. So watch this. Activates, loads in the second one. It's really that simple. And then I'll be showing you how to make that machine. You just got to pay attention and do the steps just like I'm showing you. Now, this is a very small example, like I told you. You guys can do much larger scale builds, bigger patches of trees and whatnot. Okay. So you got the idea, right? So now let's go ahead and show you this patch of road right here. Alright, now you see this patch of road here? It goes on and on and on. Alright. Now, the machine is simple, and yes, I'll be showing you that in just a second, so please be patient. So, I have the first structure block, just like I showed you before with the trees, okay? The first structure block is here, okay? And that structure block is saved all the way to this corner right here. Alright? Then I went in this way and I got the second structure block in here, and this one is in load position. Okay? So when you put your machine down, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to load that one up, and then so on, so on. Alright, so we're going to build the machine, and I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Now, if you're going to be doing a road section like this, you just got to make sure that your lines in your road is in line with where you want it to save at. So you see right here, this first structure block it stops at the line right here, right where it starts, these two lines, it starts right there before it. And then I have this space here, a 5, and then the two lines, space of 5 in between. So this second structure block needs to be, the line of it needs to be right before the white lines. If it's not right before the white lines, then when it saves, your lines will be all messed up. They won't be sectioned out properly. Okay? Now make sure that your space, which I have 5 between these lines, make sure that you have the same space right here. So whenever it loads up, it'll have the spacing, the correct distance. Right now with the machine. So all it is slime blocks, 2 different pistons. There's a sticky piston, and then there's a regular piston. Now that is where it gets a little tricky, and you need to pay close attention to that when I get to it. And then there's observer blocks. Alright? Don't forget to get your obsidian and also your redstone block. Okay? So now let's build the machine. So I'm going to come off the ground. Alright? Now I'm going to place a obsidian block like this. Now look at the arrow of on the obsidian block. It's pointing that direction. It's got the red dot right here. Okay? Now right here on this one, it's going that direction. Okay? So this one right here is the sticky piston. This is a sticky piston, and it's facing this like this right here. So this line, this arrow is facing into this sticky piston. Alright? To go that direction. If you want it to go that direction, then you use the regular piston. You just swap them around. Alright, now what you'll do is you'll take the 2 slime blocks and place right there. And then you'll take these 2 slime blocks here and then a third one there like that. Alright, now you'll take your, because this is your sticky piston, you need to have a regular piston, and that one is going to go right here. Okay, and then you're going to have your second observer block like that, and make sure this arrow is pointing into this regular piston. Now remember, we're going to be going that direction, so to keep this easy for you, whatever this is the regular piston, so whatever this is facing, that's the direction it'll go. So if we was to swap these around, if we was to put the regular piston here and we was to put the sticky piston here, then it would go that direction. Okay, so I want it to go that direction, so we're going to put the sticky piston here, regular piston there. Alright, now you're going to take your block of redstone and you're going to place it right there. Okay, now whenever you place anything on this face, it will activate. Okay, the same with this face here. You see, if I was to take that block away, it will detect a change and it'll activate. Okay, so you're going to come out however many blocks. I'm just going to come out right there just to show you real quick. Okay, and then we're going to activate it. Just like that, and as you see, it travels along. Okay, now real fast, remember this is a sticky piston here. We're going to swap it. We're going to put sticky piston there, and we're going to put the regular piston here. Okay, and then we're going to come out this way here just a few blocks to show you that it'll go in the other direction. You see, again, it's very simple. So just remember that you have the second structure block saved in load position and the first structure block overridden. Alright, now once again I'll be showing you this example here with this road. So we have this here, this first structure block in here, okay, and I have all of the boundaries correct. Okay, so the name on this, I'm just going to put road. Remember guys, you could put anything that you want as your saved name. Okay, now up top I'm going to hit save, and at the bottom down here, remember to hit save. Now again, that section is now saved in that first structure block. Remember, it goes all the way to here, it goes all the way to the back. Okay, so now again I'm going to take my second structure block, and remember, like I said, I'm going to go inside of the boundaries. I'm not going to go outside of it, because then it won't be inside of it for it to save the second one. So I'm going to place it right here. Okay, now remember, like I said before, this line right here is right before the white lines in the road. So therefore, the second one needs to be saved the same position. So this line here needs to be right before those white lines. So right in here, that's where you'll place it. Now right here on the name, you're going to again type in the same name there, and then up top left you're going to hit load, and do not, like I said before, do not go at the bottom and hit load again. Alright, just keep it just like this and back out. Now you see that again is saved in there. What you need to do again, like I said before, you're going to go into the first one, and you're going to go at the bottom here, and you're going to hit save. Alright, make sure you hit it a few times just to make sure. Now again, like I said before, that second structure block is now saved in this first structure block. Alright, so I have this here, this machine, the same machine as I told you. Remember, I'm going to be going that direction. So this is a sticky piston, and this is the regular piston. Remember, whatever the regular piston is facing, that's the direction that we'll be going. And remember, you're going to come straight out. I'm not going to go too far. You guys know the idea of it. You guys probably understand it by now. I'm going to delete this here, and then we're going to activate this machine. Now please guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this invention. Please drop a like and a comment, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, now I'm going to do this here to activate it. Do this here. There it goes. Sometimes you gotta fiddle with it, go back and forth just to get it to start up for you, like I just had to do. But once you figure it out, you'll know where to place that obsidian block. So like I said guys, I hope that you all enjoyed this very simple strung out tutorial. I just really wanted to make sure that you all understood how to use a structure block and where to place it. And remember guys, I have a link down below in the description of this video on structure blocks, how to use them, more in-depth tutorial, and also how to get them and everything that you need to know about the structure blocks. Thank you all guys for watching. Please stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all next time.